Now, Tom, it's always good to listen to the news and obviously what's in the papers, but it's also good to see what's actually happening on the street. So what are you hearing about the election results from the agents?
Okay, there's what's happened is today being the first day agents are operating after knowing who's in government. They were on the phones. Every agent that I know that's proactive was on the phone ringing up all their vendors that they had on their database that had shown interest in selling, and what they're doing is they're trying to speed up their sellers onto the market so they can hit the market in August instead of the normal springtime. And they're doing that because, Chris, spring is a traditional sell period. So all of a sudden you have a lot of property that hits the market September, October, November. And what's happened is, with Liberal getting in and people knowing that negative gearing is not going to be affected, there is buyer confidence has sort of firmed up a bit. And smart real estate agents, what they're doing is they're bringing their vendors to the market before other vendors hit the market, because it's always a lot better to sell when there's less properties on the market, because buyers have got less to choose from, which helps the price go up. So that's what I've noticed agents doing today. They are trying to speed up sellers to come onto the market in August to take advantage of what appears to be a marketplace that's pretty confident. I had a property on Saturday that sold, I think, 100,000 over reserve, and that was preempting that the market's going to be pretty good.
And so were you finding, or were the agents finding, that people were just sitting on the fence, that it was just easier to make no decision rather than the danger of underselling it or overselling it?
Yeah, every agent that I was speaking to was saying to me, Chris, that vendors had said, let's wait to see what actually happens. We don't want to actually auction during the election campaign. In fact, can I say to you, on Saturday, there were very few auctions that were held on election Saturday. So it does affect it, but also the campaign. It's a classic case of that when you're unsure, do nothing.
I know, which is the classic thing for almost anything, especially in the seminar game. Also, I'm hearing lots of different messages. So again, at the weekend, there was a lot of stories on the TV talking about lots of Asians weren't settling on their properties, they couldn't get the loans, and so they reckon there's bargains around. And then obviously there's lots of other markets, probably similar to yours, that there's no stock and it's record prices.
Yeah, I said on the show 2 weeks ago, we may see two marketplaces sort of, get clearer in people's minds, and there's going to be ones that there's properties that can be reproduced, can be built, can be provided by developers, and we may see a supply there that is going to exceed what buyer demand there. We may see in some marketplaces that some of the people don't settle on property and have to resell it. That is only a very small segment of the market. All I can tell you is that if you're in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane and you're within 15, 20 k's of the city, most real estate agents are out there putting things in people's letterboxes, dying to get houses for sale. They simply don't have enough listings.
Yep. Sounds good. So normal kind of story, Tom, is whilst you need to listen to the media, you need to get on the street and actually see what's happening in your area at your particular price point as well.
And that comes from someone that works in the media.
Exactly. All right, good to see you, Tom.